Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday, about 8:30 in the morning, and we have been so busy back here. The pool is full of water, yay! Finally. We've been waiting for so long. It got filled up last week, and I'm sorry I didn't send an update video, but we've been so stinking busy that I just haven't even had time. We've been like nonstop planting and mulching and all sorts of stuff. So I'm gonna give you a little walk around and show you what we've done. Here is the beautiful pergola. It is all planted out. I've got my hanging baskets up, and we got our pathway done. We planted all the roses up against the lattice. Excuse me. And I've got a bunch of salvia right in here, and then I've got 2 agapanthus to kind of anchor that viewpoint. And we got boxwoods, and I got some alyssum, which will hopefully spread out all the way. It's supposed to get really big, so we will see. But I've got all sorts of pretty annuals planted in here. This is the Proven Winners, what is it called? Lemon something. I forget. But this is the white super tunia. And then I've also got, I don't know, I'm smashing it. One of the purple super bells. What is this one called? I forget. Y'all, I'm terrible. Lemon something. Please tell me in the comments, because I'm just not gonna remember until I see it. Okay, so right here, I've got Crown Princess Margarita, a David Austin climbing rose, which I'm hoping will completely cover this area. And then I've got some salvia planted underneath, David phlox, which is supposed to get really beautiful big white blooms on them. And so I've got 2 plants there. And then right here is a tiny little rose right now, but that's Honeymoon Arbor Rose by Cordis, and that's gonna climb up as well. Another David phlox, and then Gertrude Jekyll, David Austin Rose. I still got the tag on it, you see. But just look at these little agapanthus. Aren't they just so sweet? I just love them. They're so pretty. I'm excited to see how big these get. And I did plant them directly into the soil, which I heard is a big no-no if you want them to flower, because apparently the roots need to be constricted. But I'm gonna give it a shot in the ground, and if it doesn't work, I might just try throwing a lot of fertilizer on it, see if that helps it to bloom, and if it doesn't, then I'll probably just take them out and put some pots there or something like that. That way the roots will be constricted in the pots. But for now, we'll just leave them there, see how they do. Look how pretty this is. I can't wait to see this fill out. It's gonna look really nice. I hope I put enough in there. I only put 3. I wanted to put 1 in the middle, but started to think, well, maybe that's too much, but we'll see what happens. Here's my favorite spot, y'all. My favorite little sitting area. I might actually move these chairs out and put a couple of the lounge chairs over here. We'll see. It's kind of versatile, so we can kind of do what we want. But if I do keep these here, I really want to get like a bistro table, because we really need something to set tea and drinks and stuff on. Okay, so these standard roses here, or tree roses as Americans call them, are eglantine by David Austin. I actually got these from davidaustinroses.com, and they came bare root in the mail. They're huge, in a huge box. And I was like, I've never ordered standard roses online before, bare root. And I was like, oh my gosh, is this really going to do well? Because it looks so, they're big, but oh my gosh, you wonder, like, will this really leaf out? And it is, it's doing great. Look, there's blooms on it. And we'll be seeing those soon. And then I've got some geraniums and the bubblegum super petunias planted underneath. And I just planted those in a few days ago. So they're looking pretty good for only being in the pot a few days. And I got some pretty geraniums here that I've picked up at my local nursery, which I just love the variegation on the leaves. Let's see here. Okay, and then this little space over here, there is going to be a fountain right here. I've got a beautiful 3-tiered fountain that's going to go in this space. Just haven't had a chance to set it up yet because we've been so busy doing other projects. But I think it's going to fill this whole area in very nicely. I've got the railing has rosemary, and then we have several, I got about 5 roses that are called Zade or Sade. Some people say Sade, but I think it's Zade. The way it's spelled, it looks like Zade, so I just say Zade. But I got them on bare root on palatineroses.com, and I absolutely love that rose grower. They are in Canada, and every single rose that I've purchased from them has always done so well. And so look, they've already got some buds on them. Look at that. That is awesome. I just planted these out like 2 weeks ago, not even, maybe last week, but they have been in pots since March. I had to pot them up in little pots because we didn't have any of this ready yet. Here is another arbor rose called Kiss Me Kate, and look how pretty that is. I just love it, and it smells so good. I'm gonna let this climb all the way up, and hopefully we'll see, it might get over the top. I don't know. I'm not sure how tall it gets. It is a new rose, so we'll see what happens there. Then I've got more roses planted along the backside here. These are more of like the ramblers, so I'm hoping they'll completely cover the wall space there. This is, which one is this? Oh, that's Colette. And then I've got 2 Felicity a Perpetu. I'm not sure how you say it. I think that's how you say it. And at the very end, I have an Albrighton Rambler by David Austin. And the Felicity at Perpetu, I believe those are old roses. And then down here, you can see it's still quite a mess, but we're making progress. A whole bunch of Palatine roses right in here. I've alternated Summer Romance and Madame Anisette. So it's gonna be pink and white blooms galore, hopefully. Middle of summer, definitely next year, will be really pretty. This little mud pit down here, we are going to put in blueberry bushes, and then I'm gonna cap it off with some a boxwood hedge. I absolutely love blueberries. I really wanted to do like some sort of like functional hedge where I can like get a harvest from it or something. I just didn't. I first thought about just doing boxwoods, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so boring. There's nothing, there's nothing else going on. It would be just completely boring in my opinion. So I got some blueberry bushes. I got 9 of them to line all the way down here, and then we have some boxwoods to cap it off with to make it look nice and sharp. Once we get this bed figured out, we'll probably have to do some grass seed as well, because this whole project has really taken a toll on the grass, and this is like the only grass we have left in this backyard, which is so small compared to what used to be. This used to be all grass, and then the pool kind of changed things up a little bit. Here is my Mexican lime tree, which is really doing great. I mean, look at all this beautiful fruit on here. It's really loaded down, and it's got some blooms on it too, so it's nice. The citrus blossoms this year were just, man, they were so fragrant. It was awesome. This is a kumquat, a sweet kumquat. And I just absolutely love the way they taste. They taste so, so good. This is our orange tree. Yep, Washington navel orange. And let me see. Yeah, the blooms smell so good. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited to see how this grows. This is my first year growing the kumquat, the orange, and here's the key lime. I just bought this one too as well. And this one's got really interesting blooms on it. They're like really tightly packed. I'm interested to see how this will work for us. Oh, look, there's a little bee. Hey, buddy. Thanks for doing your job. So that's a key lime, and then this is my Meyer lemon. I've had this for as long as I've had the Mexican lime, which I think is about 6 years or so. But man, look at this. It's just loaded down with blooms. And it smells so good. I just love the smell of citrus blooms. It's like the freshest scent. And we are actually going to, next week we have an irrigation guy coming. He's actually putting irrigation into these pots, so I don't have to worry about watering them during the summer, which is awesome. Laura is like totally rubbing off on me, I'm telling you guys. Laura on her YouTube channel, Garden Answer. We are actually going to put irrigation all through here. Using emitters and all the kind of stuff that she uses. I'm not doing it myself because I've done enough. I'm gonna let the experts do this.
Hi,
Here's
YouTube.
Elizabeth. Say hi.
Hi.
You gonna go for a swim?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, I bumped my head on the side of the pool yesterday and it did not feel good.
Yeah, she did. She did have quite a big bump, but
Yes, my brother is chasing me in the pool and then I turned around and hit my face on the side of the pool.
yeah. But you know what? You're okay. That's the good thing.
And I
Kids are resilient.
want to see how cold the water is.
Okay, baby. I'm gonna be back here doing the rest of my video.
Bye,
Okay.
YouTube.
Bye. Excuse me. Okay, so here is the latest thing that we've done. We finished this last night, guys. My husband is like planting machine. I did this down here and got to about those hostas, and then he did the rest pretty much by himself. Actually, no, I did do those, but it took me so long. Like he like ran laps around me. But anyway, this is really fun, and I'm glad that we got this done. My favorite part.
Mom, which is worse, the jumping in?
Elizabeth,